under some world championship video, one comment will be like, at least like they're doing it wrong. And I admire the confidence in someone like you don't know really what it is, but people are saying this is world championship and they're doing it wrong. And then you're gonna go on Google and Google more arm wrestling matches, and you look at them and they're all doing it wrong.
There was just a video where Gabi was pulling against.
Gabrielle was pulling in competition on Mr. Beast's video, and a lot of comments were saying she was doing it like she cheated, she couldn't use the body and everything else, right? And it's all bullshit. This professional arm wrestling table, if you arm wrestle here, and we're gonna use our bodies, like people are saying we can't do it, there are reasons why we do it. First of all, and the easiest one is the safety aspect of it. So Janis can, if we both don't know what we're doing most of the time, right? So we both are pushing in arms. So we are trying to create internal rotation. Janis there, I'm there. If we're both pushing, and you can see Janis can go, this is the limit of my arm. And if I lean in a little bit more, I'm putting myself in very dangerous position.
So right? Talk about your external rotation of generally shoulder.
Shoulder, yeah.
That's the limit.
Yeah, that's the limit.
If you put, that's it.
Yeah. So
then, and many probably will not even able to do it.
But if Janis is doing that, but also just dropping to the side, he cannot. See, no one gets injured, and we can arm wrestle the second time, not just once. That would be one of the rules, right? This is why arm wrestling.
So you would say normally like everyone, you only lose when someone breaks your arm.
Yeah. That's if you look at like bar videos, if you look at some random videos, that's how it is, right? Someone breaks their arm very easily, because arms, if you don't know what to do and they're not conditioned, like professional arm wrestlers can stay in these positions, right? It's not a problem. And like the
why is it not a problem?
Because our bones are conditioned, tendons are conditioned, everything is used to the movements we are doing. Injury risk is still there, but it's so minimal, it's ridiculous. If you look at arm wrestling in any other sport, if you do it on professional tables, like the arm break is the worst thing that can happen. But you cannot even, like one football match will have more injuries than 10 arm wrestling tournaments, right? Because it's such a small, like, we don't see arm breaks very often. It's such a rare occurrence, especially in professional arm wrestling, because everything is supposed to protect you. Before the match starts, we need our shoulders parallel to the table, so I cannot turn in. I cannot put myself in advantageous position or dangerous position,
You can do that when fight starts.
When match starts, but right before the match, like the referee says, goes like this, wrist is straight, so Janis doesn't have advantage here or here. There's a center where we both need to be, right? From here and from here, right? Referee puts us there. And wrist knuckles are shown, so I'm not here, I don't have a huge advantage. So arm wrestling is very democratic, right? This is how we start. And when the match starts, we can put ourselves in different positions. But because we have option of movement, right? I can change different styles. I can be in
you can try to pull closer, you can try to push forward.
Yeah, we can do a lot of different things.
You can turn here, rotate.
Yeah.
And you can use your body.
You can use your body. And
you should use your body.
Absolutely. That's how professional arm wrestling is. This is how every world championship, every tournament goes. The only people that think it's different are people that don't really know or understand the sport.
Other arm
Yes, classic. Or put it one in your spot.
You only beat me because you used your body.
Yeah, this is where your elbow is. It cannot leave this area. So if you lift it up, that's a foul. If it drops down, that's another foul. So you need to stay right here.
2 fouls and you're done.
Yeah. And there's a reason why it's a little bit higher, and you don't have to go that low. Because if we would meet like on just...
Yeah, you can leave. And I would try to pin you. You would try to pin me when I'm in this...
I cannot go lower.
Or generally maybe I put my even forearm on a pad.
You can be here.
Like
there's no chance I will get the table.
Or you have to lift me up here.
Yeah.
Or you have to break my forearm.
Right. So again, safety aspects, also fairness aspects of it. There was a sit-down arm wrestling that's not as popular as it used to be, but it's still going around. In sit-down arm wrestling, like one of the things you're very limited to things you can do. You have to sit down and you cannot lift your butt off the bench.
I don't remember what year it was when officially World Championship changed from sit down to stand. It was, I think, beginning of 90s. Already 94, 96, 95, they used standard standing arm wrestling tables. One thing with sitting was problem because you couldn't lift your hips up and you should. And then there was one referee who was really doing the stuff on the table, and us was just watching how you sit, and sometimes even with some stick trying to put it under your ass and to see, okay, are you still sitting? It was kind of.
Yeah, but you're also limited because you cannot much movement. So either it goes inside, some pressing. But if Janis would be much taller than me, huge advantage. I cannot press him, right? But if we are on arm wrestling table right here, I can make adjustments. Referee will put it in the center.
I think we will start in the center. If I have a high arm, the referee will put my elbow a little bit forward back, so we are still in the center.
We're still in the center.
I'm not like we are both, again, we have seen guys are putting elbows together, and then like here, and then grabbing, and if you have this long forearm, and you're here. Okay, let's go. So that gives you a chance to start fair for both of guys, for both of arm wrestlers, more or less fair position.
And again, safety aspects. You want to stay safe. You want to keep your shoulders in line if you can. If I'm winning, I want to be right here. If I'm losing, I want to be right here. It's not called body wrestling, but it's called arm wrestling. And the thing is, people really think that I can put all my body weight behind it. All I have with all this is movement. I can move. I can change my direction 3 dimensions, right? But my arm is still the one that's doing all the job, right? You can take a cable system, put a lot of weight on it, as much as you can barely hold, and then try to get all your body on it. Still, if the wrist goes, you cannot hold it. If your bicep goes, you cannot lift it. So it's always, this is why the reason, where we don't go and train our bodies, we train our arms mostly, right? We still do a lot of necessary things, but it would not be there's no benefits of doing squats for arm wrestling. And people think the guy has big legs, so, no. And rules, it all applies to the rules, and you might see King's move, right? When you get a chance and your arm doesn't bend and you can lift here and I can use all my body weight. It is a huge advantage, but that's why there's rules to be enforced, so we don't let those things happen. Arm wrestling is very, very democratic. It's for safety and for fairness. It's hard to be fair because everyone wants to cheat and win, but different ways than you think.
Cheating, someone will say cheating, someone will say it's tactics, someone will say it's technique.
Cheating is
always... any sport, you're trying to find an advantage in the rules.
Within the rules. And arm wrestling has rules, and referees there, 2 referees to enforce it. Elbow need to stay on the pad, centers and everything else. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard, but this is how modern arm wrestling is.
And also, pads are not staying parallel, so you're not starting when it's arm against. It's again wide. It's for safety.
And again, it opens up possibilities for many different styles. Right, for many different things. And a lot of guys will have one spot where they're really good, and then they need to move away from it, or I think it's the beauty of a sport. If we start doing here, you can move your arms or something, it takes away so much of the things that arm wrestling is.
And if you pull it with someone, you feel you can control, and you are afraid to, generally would say, break your opponent's arm or injure him, or she or her. It's don't go through arm. Just think about. Open up, pull up, open up opponent's biceps, separate arm away from body, open up here. Don't try to break through the joint, don't try to break through the bone. If you are afraid that you are pulling and you will injure your opponent in the practice, in the training.
Competition, you just want to win, right? But the problem is what we always see, if someone has no experience in arm wrestling and they just see it on table, and they might understand what someone is doing, but in their mind they're thinking they're pushing. They're always thinking, every time you will meet a beginner that has never seen arm wrestling, they'll always be pushing, right? They'll always go here, while it's most of the times you trying to get away. I want to get my arm closer to me. I want to open Janis' arm up more. This is what I want to do most of the time, either in a hook, or a top roll. Even in a press, I would want to jump right here. But I'm never like just pressing.
It is a shorter way to pad it, and there are styles when you have direct movement to side, but most often it will go together with some pulling, sometimes with some pushing, but it's still direction of this winning side, but usually together with forward or back motion as well.
Arm wrestling sometimes are called pulling, right? For a reason. Most of the techniques involve pulling than pushing. So we have done a bunch of videos on arm wrestling, what you need to do, how to stay safe. If you want to try and do it, if you have a chance to pull an arm wrestling table, it's better than just to do it on a flat surface, because for, again, one reason, on flat surface I can come closer and I will have huge advantage. I can put myself in a disadvantage, right?
Freestyle arm
wrestling, I'm not a big supporter. That's it. Stay safe.
And love arm wrestling.